Every songwriter reaches a point where they realize their biggest bottleneck isn't inspiration, it's cash. Think about the traditional cycle. You write a killer song on acoustic guitar or piano. You want it to sound like a real record, so you book studio time. That's $500 to $1,000 a day. And you hire session musicians, another few $100. By the time the track is mixed and mastered, you're out $2,000 to $3,000 for one single. If you want to build a serious catalog of 20, 30, 100 finished radio-ready tracks, the math doesn't math. You're playing a losing game against a burning clock. But what if you flipped the script? What if you got so good at modern music production that you completely eliminated the need for outside studios and hired guns? What if you could scale your output, build a massive catalog on your own time, and actually get so good that the top-tier studios and producers start calling you to collaborate? Today, we're breaking down the exact roadmap to become a self-contained, high-output producer-songwriter. Let's dive in. The hybrid workflow. Step 1 is shifting your mindset on production. You don't need to know how to play the drums, bass, and keys perfectly to sound like a full band. You just need to master the hybrid workflow. In the past, if you wanted a great rhythm section, you had to rent a live room with a massive drum kit. Today, you have incredible tech at your fingertips. Between high-end virtual instruments, loop libraries, and modern AI stem generators, you can lay down a world-class foundation. Drums, bass, ambient textures in about 20 minutes. The secret to making sure things don't sound robotic or sterile? The human element. You use technology to build the skeleton, but you use your hands and throat to give it a soul. Track your own real acoustic guitar. Lay down your own raw, authentic vocals. Layer your own harmonies. When you blend a real human performance over a tightly produced digital or AI-driven backbone, the listener's ears lock onto the human part. You get a massive commercial sound without paying 5 different musicians to sit in a room for 6 hours. Once you stop paying per hour, something magical happens. The pressure vanishes. When you're paying $100 an hour at a commercial studio, you're rushed. Rushing kills creativity. But when the studio is in your laptop, you can experiment at 2 in the morning. If a song isn't working, you don't lose a mortgage payment. You just hit delete and try a different arrangement. This allows you to scale. In modern music publishing and licensing, volume matters. If you only have 3 great songs, you only have 3 lottery tickets. If you have a catalog of 50 fully produced broadcast-ready tracks, then you have 50 assets working for you. You can pitch to playlists, sync licensing agents, music libraries, and publishers at a velocity that traditional songwriters simply can't match. You aren't just a writer anymore, you're a content engine, flipping the leverage, making studios call you. Now let's talk about the ultimate plot twist. When you get this good at producing your own material, the industry starts to look at you differently. Traditionally, studios and high-end producers are used to dealing with artists who need their hands held. They're used to writers who say, I have this melody in my head, can you help me build it? That takes time. And that's expensive. But when you walk into a room or slide into someone's DMs with a catalog of 20 finished, incredible sounding tracks that are produced yourself, you aren't a client looking for help, you're a peer. Commercial studios and major producers are always looking for people who can deliver results fast. When they hear your self-produced tracks, they see a songwriter who understands arrangement, knows how to edit vocals, and knows how to build a commercial pocket. Suddenly, the dynamic flips. Studios and established producers will start inviting you into their rooms. Not because you're paying them, but because they want your workflow, your speed, and your creative vision on their projects. You go from paying for studio time to getting invited into the room to share the back-end splits. The action plan. Where to start today? So how do you actually execute this if you're currently just a songwriter with an acoustic guitar and a microphone? Here's your 3-point action plan. Commit to 1 digital audio workstation. Pick Logic Pro, Pro Tools, or Ableton, and stick to it. Stop watching gear reviews and start watching workflow tutorials. Learn how to edit vocals and how to use EQ, and how to mix your own demos so they hit hard. Build your asset library. Find your go-to virtual instruments and tools. Figure out how to quickly pull in high-quality stems or loops to build your rhythm tracks so you aren't always starting from scratch. Set a finish rate quota. Commit to finishing 1 fully produced track every 2 weeks. The era of waiting for a gatekeeper to hand you a studio budget is over. The power has completely shifted to the songwriter who knows how to press record. Save your money, build your skills, and build a catalog that nobody can ignore. If you're working on your own home setup right now, drop a comment below and let me know which workstation you're using and the biggest hurdle you're facing with your production. Hit subscribe for more deep dives into modern songwriting craft and workflow strategies. Get back in the chair, track some music, and I'll see you in the next video.